Honestly, if you guys saw that episode, that was a lot to take in. Certainly, there was a lot of that was revealed, a lot of moving pieces. Couple pieces I'll name is that of the black slime that it was revealed that only was responsible for kidnapping the Elven Princess. Idris Elba was also responsible for them actually gathering the sacrifices they needed in order to summon the heroes. That's one moving part. The other moving part is that it was revealed that the Elven Princess specifically, she has this thing called resurrection magic that the Demon Lord is very interested in. The third little tidbit is that so towards the end of the episode, it's becoming more and more apparent that the Demon Lord like knows Akira, and not only like that, but it seems like he knows him like on a personal level, like he was, part of a class or something. So that's the third moving part. And yeah, I guess and the fourth, before I forget, is that so if you saw in the beginning of the episode, in the beginning of the episode, when Akira, uses shadow magic and he passes out, we hear this strange noise, and all of a sudden his shadow magic acts on his own, and you hear this voice that is commanding this shadow magic. So yeah, a lot of moving parts. But yeah, I guess I'll dive into my whole thing on this. So after watching the episode, I kind of just sat and thought like, what did I watch and how can I piece it together? Because after every episode, I kind of do that, try to puzzle it, and that's what kind of happened in this episode. And you could say I kind of puzzled it. But yeah, here's what I came up with. So for some reason, when the first Demon Lord and the first hero were summoned, because they were, as we can assume they're both from the same world. They were very close, almost friends. And then when they summoned here, for some reason they got separated. One was the first Demon Lord, the other was a part of the heroes. Or maybe a singular hero, we don't know yet. So, obviously the hero gets tasked with killing the Demon Lord. Fast forward to their battle. The Demon Lord does accidentally kill the first hero. And all this time, because like they were very close friends, all this time he has been looking for a way to resurrect him, in a sense. And I guess maybe he read it in a book, or maybe he waited. It seemed like he waited for the pieces. I don't know how he knew what pieces, but he waited for one, the Elven Princess to be born, and two, it seemed like he waited for Akira to show up. Now, the reason I mention Akira is because of a very big reason. I think the reason that the Demon Lord is so attached or obsessed with Akira is because he really reminds him of the first hero. Not just looks and his mannerisms, his looks, his his powers. You know, he was probably the first wielder of the shadow magic, and honestly, that was, if I had to guess, that was probably the voice of the first hero. But the reason that the Demon Lord is obsessed with him is because the first hero was, according to my theory, was also an assassin, and not technically a hero, like Akira. And going back to the theory, so I believe the reason, so like I said, the Demon Lord, he waited for all the pieces to be brought. You know, he waited for the Elven Princess to get her resurrection magic, and then, so his plan is to have her perform the resurrection magic on on one of the heroes. So his first friend, the first hero, can be reborn. And it's probably, this resurrection probably has rules. So like, for instance, the reason he probably needed a hero summoned was because, you know, this spell doesn't work like that without it. So like, it's kind of a can't compatibility. So for instance, if you die, if a human dies, you cannot resurrect like another species. It has to be the same species. So that's why, like, he waited for Akira specifically, because, you know, like I said, the first hero was an assassin. So that's probably another reason why he's so obsessed with Akira. But yeah, that's kind of my theory, like, that he just wants to resurrect his old friend. And the other thing that was kind of forgotten was that this black slime. So it gets explained to us that this black slime that we saw back in episode 2, where, you know, this elf princess was abducted, and was transferred to the labyrinth, where coincidentally she met Akira. It's also said that, like I said, these black slimes were also responsible for gathering people to, you know, I guess, summon these heroes in the first place. So my thing is that maybe these black slimes are kind of like, I don't know how to explain it well, but I would say, like, kind of like, for some reason, has like a whale. So like, I don't think it's all coincidence like that the slime got the elf, and then we see slime like gathering to gather sacrifices for the to some heroes. I do not think that's all coincidence. I think that the black slime somehow has attained partial will of the first hero. So, part of that will is going along with the plan of the Demon Lord, being resurrected. So obviously the first Demon Lord shared this plan with the slime, saying, we need this specific elf, and we also need this elf to meet this specific child at the same place. He's gonna be like in the labyrinth, and that's where probably he got the idea of, like, not the idea, but I would say the yeah, the idea. Yeah, I just feel like it's kind of like the slime kind of shares the will of the first hero. Like I said, I know it's not explained very well, but going off what I saw in the first episode, I wouldn't be. That's what kind of led me to believe that. And then, um, the last part of the episode was, um, the little kid, the little elf kid, gets, defeated, is obviously about to die by the hands of Akira. But then, last minute, his superior just walks in, the second in command of the Demon Lord's army. And, and, yeah, also some other things that I found kind of weird was that when the second in command did show up, he like acted like he knew him. Like when he showed up, he announced his name, Akira Otodo or something. I don't know what his last name, but like I don't know what that's about. Also, well, um, little Neji, little
Standing by.
I don't know what I'm sorry. Sometimes my brain gets distracted. Um, but yeah, I guess that was the whole episode that I just wanted to get my thoughts out. Like I said, a lot happened in the episode. Um, yeah, a lot happened in the episode, so very easy to get confused. But I just wanted to make this a video, kind of share my thoughts when I first saw it. But I think I'm just gonna end it here. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.